haven't done one in a minute. Car vlog at night. That's what most of them are these days. But here we are, car vlog. So what's been happening? I haven't posted any car vlogs in like forever. So I have like 5 or 6 done from way back when. Even a couple of really good ones where stuff was happening. It was crazy. And I kept trying to put them into a video, and then, like, I don't know. This is gonna end up being a tangent, and it's gonna end up being the story of my mental health that I've kind of gone over, but I guess I should tell the whole thing. So, this is weird, following these people at 25 miles an hour in the dark. But whatever. Anyway. Back on topic, which is, I guess, part of my problem. Staying on topic. Can't do it. My brain wants to go 7 directions at once a lot of times, and yeah. So, procrastination's another one. What is your deal? Hurry up, bro. I'm not recording you. You just happen to be in my way. Whatever, man. So I don't know what their deal is, but cool. Anyway, I'm gonna put you on car vlog. I hope you like it. Back to the car vlogs. So I have so many of them recorded, and you know, just never edit them because, like, I wanted to put the questions in them, and I realized how much work that is, and how much, like, doing the work for editing the videos by myself takes up a lot of time that I want to use doing the other things, like reviewing bots or streaming a game, or, you know, sleeping, or spending time with my family and things like that. Which, by the way, a lot of has been happening lately, like family events and things all this month. It's been crazy. So getting videos out in a timely manner like I want, it ain't happening. And car vlogs, obviously, is one of those things. Like, I wanted to do one a week at least. And I had a whole bunch, and I was going to put them all together in one video because obviously life has happened since then. But then I just not doing it. So I don't know how I'm going to end up releasing those, if I'm going to just throw them all in one big fat super long video, like the ultra mega car vlog. Maybe that's what I'll do. Ultra mega car vlog of catch-upiness. That'll be it. I'm going this way, bro. I hope you turn and get out of my life. I never want to see you again. Please go. You and your fancy car, get out of here. Okay. So, car vlogging. On to the story of my mental funds. So, here's how it all began. I was working a job, and I got, well, okay, this is how getting it treated began. How it all began goes way back, and we're just not going there. But I was working a job, and it was stressing me out hard. And this is a place I've been before in my life, obviously, stressed out hard. Like, supremely stressed out, panic attacks, yada yada, the whole 9 yards. The first time it happened to me, I thought I was having heart attacks. I thought I was having heart problems because I was panicking so hard I felt it in my chest. So I go get checked out by the doctor. They're like, oh my God, and take me in and do all the tests and yada yada. And I'm fine. They're like, oh, you just have gas. And I'm like, no, it is not gas. I know what gas is. I know what heartburn is. It ain't that. So super crazy stress, freaking me out real bad. So to combat that, I get away from the stressors. The stressors being Portales, where I lived. I got away from that and all these stressy things therein. Changed my schedule at work. All these things so that, you know, I wasn't having panic attacks threatening my livelihood and how I was supporting my family, because at the time I was the only one doing that. You know, all these things I tried to change up so that I could function, and it worked. We moved, we got away from Chalice, I changed my schedule, all these things that were bugging me weren't bugging me no more. And so I could chill out. It was nice. And I thought, okay, well, that's the end of it. I'm fine now, right? So I keep going. I don't have any problems for a few years. Everything's great. Working a couple different jobs. I get back at Walmart for a while. Everything's good. And then I start getting, absences because life. And it gets to be where I can't get to work because my lovely son wrecked our car. And it's fine. We got it fixed and all. But it made me have the too many points for Walmart. And me thinking, rules are rules, this is how it's going to go, I up and decide to apply for a job. So I apply for this job, and they call me back, and I go, oh, cool, all right. So I go into Walmart thinking, well, they're going to fire me anyway, so I say, hey, look, I know, I got the points, I'm out in 2 weeks. Oh, lo and behold, they had fought to save me. I didn't expect that. Well, and I said, well, I've already got this other one lined up, so I'm sorry, gotta go. And they go, well, we understand, all right. So I gave them my 2 weeks, I got out. All was gravy. I started this other job, and everything seemed fine for a while. I worked there for about a year, almost a year. And by the end of the year, I was stressing out so bad because of all the things that had to get done, and because I didn't want to upset the boss, and the boss was flippy floppy, let's just put it that way. So one day we're fine, the next day, I couldn't handle that. I like knowing where I stand with people, and if I can't know that with you, then I don't want to talk to you. Or, you can be over there and I'm going to be over here, leave me alone. And in that situation, I couldn't get that. And then, there were a lot of parts I really, really liked about that job. It was sometimes a lot of fun. Sometimes you get a little side hustle, make a little extra money. That was cool. Other times it was like, stressy, like bad. And the not knowing which it was going to be when I go in was giving me problems until I had like the worst panic attack ever. And it's so dumb because the previous reason I was having panic attacks was like serious, in my brain, serious and life-threatening kind of things that, is someone going to kill my family? Is someone going to find me today and, go insane? And it sounds irrational, but given everything that was going on with my family at that time, it was not. So, yeah. So going to this job where none of that is happening and having the panic, anxiety, insanity, like hardcore worse than I've ever had it, over, is my boss going to be mad at me? Was insane to me. Like, I couldn't fathom the reason why this was the way it was, because I've been through so much in my life. I've been through crazier things than someone's mad at me, but the thought of it stressed me out so hard, so insanely, that like I couldn't function. I literally went in shaking and told them I needed to leave because I needed to figure out what was wrong with me, because I didn't understand. I wanted to know why, because this is dumb. I've been through so much worse than what I was going through then, and it was stupid. I didn't understand it, and so I vowed to, I knew I couldn't do that job anymore, because of, if it was going to make me feel like that, it wasn't worth it. My health over everything else. I need to do something that isn't going to, spontaneously murder me because my body goes insane for some reason. So I left that job. It really sucked. I didn't want to, but I couldn't endanger myself or my health because I've got a family to take care of. Not that I'm the only one doing it, but I figured they want me around, and I wasn't going to be any good to them being a nervous wreck about whatever. So I told the job, look, I don't know how long this is going to take. I'm not sure at this point if I can even continue working at all, much less for you. So I'm sorry, I gotta go, And there wasn't a take some time off and come back option. It was a, are you gonna or are you gonna not? And I had to choose I'm gonna not, because I didn't know how long this was gonna take to resolve. And, well, turns out it doesn't resolve. It's something I'm going to have to deal with. So, that being discovered, I got medicine for it, right? So, during my downtime, I started the streaming. And the streaming started doing okay. You know, none of my stuff is gangbusters numbers of any sort. But, you know, I had a couple people popping in, and some of them, you know, they still pop in. And it's cool. I mean, I got 2 or 3 people watching. I'm good with that. I'll come on and do what I gotta do. And so, during that time, I got my medicine. I started going, oh yeah, okay, this is working. It was a weird 3 weeks or so of my brain just all over the place. Mood swings, all that. Whoa, crazy. So, yeah, I dealt with all that. I have a very high anxiety and panic disorder. And yeah, that's my problem. So if you want to know, it sometimes causes me to freak right out over nothing. And if I don't medicate it, that's what I'll do. And I found that out. And, you know, I thought, again, all right, I take my medicine, I got a refill on it, I took it again, I ran out. And during this time, I had started the streaming, I started the videos, I started the bot reviews, all that stuff you're familiar with. I got another job, and that job quickly, you know, promoted me to being in a manager position, which I thought was, holy crap, you know, that's cool. And it paid more money, which I needed because, you know, I went from a $15-something an hour job to 13 to 12. So yeah, it wasn't great, but yeah. So I figured, well, that's okay. This job's gonna want me to work a lot, so I'll make my money. It'll be cool, and I don't have to drive. I can walk there. You know, that's where I did the walk vlogs, where I walked around and did all that. You know, it was cool. And I did the burrito videos, and people liked that one. And I did, you know, I really started getting into TikTok and editing and all that then. And I tried to keep my streams regular. And then, you know, I stopped my medicine because I thought, well, again, all right, I'm set here. Everything's going fine. Things are doing good. I'm okay now. I'm not with that stressy job anymore. I'm with this one, and this one's chill. I can do what I want. It's fine. Well, you know, good things don't always last. So, wasn't taking my medicine, and this job started turning into a stressy, to the point where I was irrationally angry. I couldn't stand to be at the place anymore, and I was almost in a physical altercation with someone there. You know, granted, they were being a douche canoe, and, you know, I'm not that kind of guy. I don't want a physical altercation. I don't want a regular altercation. I don't want to argue. I just want to be chill and get along with people. And if you don't like me, cool, you go over there and I'll be over here, and that's fine. But when we have confrontational issues going on constantly, they send me right back into stressy town. Except this one was different. This one wasn't like panic attack stress. This one was like rage stress. Like I couldn't think of that job without becoming belligerently angry and upset. And I did not like that at all. So, needless to say, that's when I had to take the break. I took the break and I got back on my meds. It took the 3 weeks again, which is why I postponed my break and, you know, was searching for jobs. Got one, they said no, and I was right back into stressy town. So things were not going great. You know, kids were having summer, and so they were always around, and I didn't want to freak them out. And so, you know, trying to find a job and all that, it was a lot. Then I, you know, got back on over here. Where I'm at now, doing somewhere in between the previous job and the last job. No, actually, it's better. It's $14 an hour, so it's better than the last 2 stressy jobs I had. And, you know, room to grow. I'm on the least stressy part of this job, where I just kind of cruise around and clean and do my thing, and it's fine, and nobody gives me any flack, and it's good. But the mistake I'm not going to make again, besides going blind by that car, I am not going to get off my meds again, because getting off my meds isn't good for me. So, yeah, that was the discovery. But I have learned that what wasn't helping also was the stress of trying to do something every day, like doing a video every day, having something out. That stress on top of the work stress made me freak out bad. And so that was the other reason for the break. And the reason that I kind of continue to flip-floppy on the schedule, like on Twitch. By the way, sorry guys, I know I put times and then I don't always show up on those times. And that's me. I've got to kind of psych myself up to do the thing. You know, I've got my little rituals. I've got to do this, and then I can do this. And sometimes doing this takes longer than the time that I've allotted for myself to do those things. So, you know, that's how that goes. And, you know, life comes up and I've got to do other things and they take time. And so I've realized that if I just do the things I've got to do, take care of them, and then I can get on and do the other thing that I feel like I need to do, like make a video or review a Transformer or something. I feel like I can do that and enjoy it more when I don't have the other things going, you gotta do this, you gotta do this, you gotta do this. And a lot of times the you gotta do this is get ready for work, or you gotta be at work at this time. So I'm in my brain going, okay, so I don't have enough time to do this because I've got to be here doing this. And so I'll completely just get rid of the things I want to do because of the other things that I have to do in my brain. Even though I've got time to do both, I will sit there and think on the things I have to do versus the things I want to do. And then I will end up, you know, not doing the things I want to do and just kind of hanging out or watching a show or doing something else during that time, thinking about, oh, I should be, you know, it takes away the enjoyment when I'm sitting there thinking, I have to do this thing, I can't enjoy the time I have to do the things I want to do, or even the things that, like, hey, there's a show, let's watch that, because I'm sitting there going, I need to do this thing. So, and that's even with my meds. So that's fun. But yeah, that's where we're at now, and that's why videos aren't always regular. That's why Twitch streams are definitely not regular. But I'm trying, you know, I'm getting stuff out there here and there, and I want to say I'm doing my best, but my brain says I can do better. And you know, my brain also says, anything to do, you know. So that's where we're at. And now I've rambled on a car vlog for 20 minutes. Whether or not you'll see it any time in the future is hopefully I put it out. Maybe I'll just put it out without the questions or anything. Just put it out, car vlog, there you go. Old style. And then I'll do super mega car vlog. Plus I've got a my son's band performances video in the works that I'll be dropping soon, as well as several game things and a whole lot of upcoming bot reviews that I'm in the midst of working on. The very next one you'll see will be the Ninja Turtles crossover one, and I'm excited to do that one when I get the time and energy that I want to put into it without getting blahs about it, as weird as that is. Anyway, before I reveal where I live, I'm gonna go bye. See you later. Stay awesome. Bye.